Welcome to the Naked Gun 2025. Your panties will come off. Yep, that's the name of this video and the vibe of the movie. If you're wondering, what kind of movie could possibly live up to that title? Well, buckle up, because this one is loud, dumb, confusing, and honestly, kind of amazing. Not in a deep cinema way, more in a I can't believe that just happened way. So this is a reboot, like a full-on reboot of the old Naked Gun movies. Back in the 80s and the 90s, those movies were kind of dumb comedy world. You had Leslie Nielsen playing a super serious cop, Frank Drebin, who kept stumbling into ridiculous situations, slapstick everywhere, jokes every 3 seconds. Nothing made sense, but somehow it worked. Now it's 2025, and someone at Paramount said, "Hey, you know who should take over for Leslie Nielsen? Liam Neeson. You know the guy from Taken? The guy with the very particular set of skills. That guy." And to everyone's surprise, it kinda works. He plays Frank Drebin Jr., the son of the original guy, and is trying to live up to the family name. But instead of doing serious cop things, he's out here getting hit by beach balls, falling down escalators, and slipping on every liquid known to man. One scene had him chase a suspect through a bounce house, and he loses to a toddler. The plot? Oh man. It is technically about a stolen national secret, or maybe it's about a missing celebrity or a bomb threat. Honestly, even the characters don't seem to know, but that's not the point. The point is jokes, constant jokes. The movie throws everything at the wall: puns, poop jokes, visual gags, bad green screen, and one scene where a guy gets arrested by a parrot. There is also a moment where a car explodes, and Neeson just walks away without noticing. Not because he's cool, but because he's stuck in his own seatbelt. A donut rolls out of the explosion and lands in his hand. He eats it. No explanation. Now let's talk cast. Liam Neeson, as mentioned, is doing something that feels illegal. He plays the whole thing completely straight. No winks, no smirks, just deadpan delivery while wearing a tutu during a SWAT raid. And somehow, it lands. Pamela Anderson shows up as the romantic lead. Her character's name? Beth. Just Beth. She plays a journalist who somehow ends up handcuffed to a water slide. Don't ask. She plays the role like she's half confused, half into it, and it actually adds to the chaos. Paul Walter Hauser is here too. He plays the partner, cop sidekick, voice of reason, kind of like the new version of Ed Hawken from the original. Except this guy is always electrocuting himself, eating evidence, or getting locked inside vending machines. I think he spends half the movie covered in mustard. And the cameos? Completely unhinged. There is a courtroom scene where the judge is a goat. No reason given. Cody Rhodes, yes, the wrestler, shows up and then gets smacked with a pie. There is a TikTok prankster who gets thrown out of a window, and one bad guy gets arrested while dressed as a snowman. There is even a weird subplot where Drebin Jr. goes undercover at a spa run by retired circus performers. One of them only communicates in kazoo sounds. Another gives motivational speeches while hanging upside down. The movie does not care about logic, and honestly, good for them. Let's get into the tone. The movie is not subtle, it is loud, it is chaotic. It feels like it was written by someone on 3 Red Bulls and a dream. But weirdly, that kind of makes it fun. Like, it does not care if you think that jokes are dumb. It knows they are dumb. That is the whole point. There is a running gag about a security scanner that always detects mild embarrassment, a vending machine that only accepts expired coupons, a villain who insists he's a yoga instructor, and a flashback scene that makes no sense and is never explained. Some people are going to love that, others are going to absolutely hate it. Now let's look at how people are reacting. On social media, some fans are loving it. They say it is the funniest reboot they've seen in years. That it doesn't try to be deep or serious, just dumb fun. One guy posted, "I laughed so hard, I forgot my rent was due." But not everybody is sold. Some are calling it lazy, saying it reuses the same old slapstick from the original without updating it enough, that the gags are too familiar. Like, there is one scene where Drebin Jr. literally slips on a banana peel twice, and another where someone falls into a cake. Again, Reddit's been arguing about it since the trailer dropped. Some folks love the nostalgia, others say it is trying too hard. One person wrote, "This feels like Family Guy but with less creativity." Another said, "Liam Neeson is the best part, but everything else feels like filler." Critics are split too. Some call it a fun throwback, others say it is stuck in the past. A few mentioned it is relying on the same formula: the clueless hero, the hot girl, the dumb sidekick, and endless pratfalls. But some reviews praised how Neeson commits to the bit, like really commits. One scene has him give a motivational speech while accidentally lighting his pants on fire. So is this movie creative or lazy? Bit of both. It brings in some modern jokes like crypto scams, fake influences, and bad Zoom calls. There is a car chase involving scooters, a villain who hides in a potty, and a SWAT team that keeps mistaking civilians for suspects. But yes, a lot of it is recycled. The writers clearly wanted to keep that 80s, 90s goofy energy, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on your tolerance for stupidity. Now let's talk money. What is? The budget's somewhere around $65 million. Not tiny, but not blockbuster sized. It's not packed with CGI or action scenes. Most of the budget probably went to Neeson and the stunt crew. Box office predictions? Mixed. Some think it could be a sleeper hit, like the first Naked Gun. Others think it will flop because modern audiences don't know or care about slapstick anymore. Like, Gen Z grew up with memes, not banana peels. Overseas, Spanish and Latin American press have been oddly hyped. One Spanish review called it absurd but beautiful. I mean, sure. But in countries where comedy is more physical and less dialogue based, this kind of movie might actually work. And let's be honest, we don't get enough movies like this anymore. Everything is so focused on lore and cinematic universes, and serious heroes with tragic backstories. Sometimes, you just want to watch a guy in a cop uniform get hit in the face with a trombone while yelling, "I'm innocent." So what's the takeaway here? Is The Naked Gun 2025 a masterpiece? Nope. Is it trying to be? Also no. It is here to make you laugh, or at least snort. If you're into silly movies that don't take themselves seriously, the kind of stuff you watch with friends while eating pizza, this might be your jam. But if you're looking for smart humor, emotional arcs, or storytelling that makes sense, buddy, you're in the wrong theater. Is Liam Neeson secretly a comedy god? Honestly, maybe. Should there be a sequel? Probably. As long as there is more goats in wigs and fewer joke about butts. Or maybe keep the butt jokes. Who am I to judge? So yes, that is The Naked Gun 2025. Your panties might come off. Your brain definitely will. And your common sense? Gone by the second act. Like, comment, subscribe, or don't. Just don't tell me you expected Shakespeare from a movie that features a fart-powered jetpack. Peace out.